Hey man, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy back again with another in video. Back with another 6 Iverson, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Little OG in the community, man. He been going crazy, man. He been going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He's better than more than 50%. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So he goes crazy. He's in the 2K. 99, one of the first double 99. He beat me. Pro M genius. He feel me? But let's get straight into it. How to fix the off-ball solution, aka the Dexton. Y'all know the Dexton this year been buku, stupid, dumb. It's crazy this year. So let's see if he got the exact solution. Go subscribe to him. He got all. He's want to watch Pro Am. Here's your guy. He's real good. I ain't gonna lie. But let's get to it.
Let Unc talk to you for a minute. Let Unc rock with you for a minute.
Hey, bro, he be having different eye colors every bit.
All call me Unc, so I'm gonna embrace it right now. But Unc got something to say.
I got a way to fix
The
it.
game has been stale for a couple of years now, man. Especially with the fact that they have put us in a situation where we're just running pick and roll, and that's the most effective.
I got a way to fix the L2 and L2 cheese solution, but I want to hear his first. See if mine says alone.
Pick and roll is really dominating the NBA right now. But for the last 5 or 6 years, it's all we've been able to really run successfully in a comp setting, and a lot of people have adopted that in other areas of the game. Off-ball movement is essential to add to the game if we want to truly see different play styles and different people out there with different philosophies and playing the game. I figured out a way that this may work, and this is going to really have to have you guys listen to what I'm trying to say here so that you guys understand where I'm going with this. We know that off-ball movement right now is chaotic, and there really is no substance to it whatsoever. You're just running around, trying to get open, running routes, and maybe you get lucky and get drugged with a pass open, and then the person who's guarding you is like, God dang, that's random as heck. Man, he just got dragged. That's the only reason he scored. It wasn't even him. It was just the game. And we all know that we've all been there where, just the off-ball movement in the game is just ridiculous, especially this year in 2K25 when we're talking about the L2 cheese and people just running around trying to get open, bumping players into other players, and it's just getting ridiculous at this point when we're trying to talk about the off-ball movement of the game. In order to really be able to run plays and with certain players and have players be in sync and connected at the same time, setting off-ball screens is amazingly random right now. It can be done, but it seems so disconnected because there really is no rhyme or reason to why it's really happening. You know, when you try to set a screen for somebody and an off-ball screen for someone, and you have to line up and get it really lined up to the point where you don't even know if you're in the right spot, and they're just running around trying to run back and forth and run them off the screen. Wouldn't that be nice to have those players be connected? Wouldn't it be nice if those two players were in sync so that when you're setting the off-ball screen, you can run the person off and you can go shoulder to shoulder with the person that is trying to set the screen for you like it's intended to in actual real life? Wouldn't that be nice? It'd be amazing for me if somebody can get that done into the game. And like I said, I think I have a solution for that. This is going to be the hardest part for me to really explain to you guys. But there are buttons on offense when you don't have the ball in your hand that are not being used. Hence the LB, L1 buttons on PlayStation and Xbox respectively. And the LT button or the L2 button, I know, puts your hands out so that you're able to accept the pass or be waiting for the pass or something like that. We all know that we use the L2 button, and it gives you this little crazy draggy type animation when you're running and holding it at the same time. Yeah. So those are things that we know about the game with LT. But what if you could hold the LB button or the L1 button on your PlayStation, and it'd be an off-ball screen button when you don't have the ball? Meaning, when you're holding that LB button and moving around, you can be connected to a player on your team that is holding the LT or the L2 button on PlayStation. So one's holding LB, and that's the one that's getting ready to set the screen, and the other is holding the LT button, and they can run around with this button, and it puts them in connection with each other. It puts them online with each other, so that when they're trying to set the screen.
So we go to Rome the whole
Hold on,
time.
hold on. I gotta hear. You know, so you can't judge without hearing it out. Cause how he talking about it, I'm gonna tell y'all my way to fix it. It's a way to fix it, but I don't know if it's the true way to fix it. It's aligned to what he say, but I think it's gonna be a problem at the end of the day. I don't know. It's a real. Let me know y'all ways, but how I'm thinking of it as exactly what he's saying. Being connected, right? If I want to hit like, so you know how when they L2 teasing, I want to say if you want to like bump, you gotta hold LT for that. So if somebody doing that shit, you're not gonna get you. They gotta fix the off ball move first of all. But first they can I don't know. It's kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. They can like they gonna have to touch it up for real. But like say like so y'all know how to like he said the LT button you can. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get bumpy, LT button. That means if somebody posting you up and you want to contest that, you know what I'm saying L2. But if you don't hold L2, you'll just, you know what I'm saying? Or we can go back to the old defense. That's the other way.
It is right in the line of fire, basically, of where that player that is connected to him is running. Now, this would change the game completely.
But I see what you're talking about being connected.
The screen will then be easier to set where you want it to be, and these two players will be in sync with movement, causing the defender to really have to defend these things at a higher rate now. Because as we all know as defenders, when we see a screen, we just say, here, play the high side of it, or don't go too far, or whatever. If you can have those two players connected, then that person who's holding the LB button can slip right away. Slip right away if they try to play it on the high side, or if they try to cheat over, you can let go of the LT button, come back over to the right when they try to cheat over the screen, and you can get a speed burst off of that. And then we can add badges to those two things, and it could really.
Yeah, fuck with it. He like me. I say add badges. It's a lot of badges that we are missing in this game. And the reason I'm saying that is badges help a playstyle. If you don't believe that, go look at the older 2Ks. You had spot up badges. You had you had spot up badges. You had, you know what I'm saying, tire badges. So I can tire while I'm scoring. Tireless scorer, tireless defender. I can play when my stamina is going down. You had slashing badges, multiple dunking badges, slithery finisher. If you want to time dunks, precision from last year. If you want to time layups, pro touch, what we had it all year. Accurate badges for the acrobatic layups. We had a multitude of badges. We used to have 22 passing badges. We had bullet passer, flashy pass. Well, I don't think we had flashy passer. We had special delivery, but flashy passer. We had all that shit. We used to have pick and roll badges. If y'all didn't know, we had it was in 19. We had pick and roll badges. We missing that. So if you add what he's talking about, and then you add a badge for it that helps the succession rate of this, it'll be perfect fine. I'm fine with that.
Become a big part of the game. You can actually start running different offenses. You can run a double staggered screen because say two guys are holding LB and then there's a guy that's holding LT and he's coming off those double screens and the double screens are.
Oh, so is he saying like I'm not LB is R1 and then yeah. So is he saying switch up the control? So I want to instead of using circle, use LT or L2 for the screen, and then I don't know. Go back.
And he's coming off those double screens, and the double screens are set perfectly. in the same line of fire. So there will have to be switches off these off-ball screens. There will have to be certain things off these off-ball screens that have to happen in order to defend them. Right now, off-ball screening is not really a viable option for you all the time. Yeah, it works on the hash sometimes when you can set an off-ball screen for somebody and they can maybe get open on the hash. But right now, it's not a super viable way of playing the game to set off-ball screens and have off-ball movement. And I think that will change the game completely. This can open up Pandora's box as far as gameplay, because teams will then be able to run all sorts of sets and offenses. You won't just have to run pick and roll all game. Won't be able to just cheat over the screens like I was saying. It's just going to be something that can be implemented, and with the right policing and the right level of cheesiness to it, then it could be something that people really, really respect and people really, really can use in this 2K upcoming, hopefully, if we put it in there. It's probably too late to put it in there now, but I just want to put it in their heads. Maybe they can add it, or maybe they have added it already, because hopefully they're thinking along the lines of what I'm thinking. Imagine guys coming off double screens or running a Horns offense that legitimately can be run, or a Princeton offense that can actually be run if these features are added correctly. Imagine these things happening, and I think that, like I said, it would change the course of where 2K is really trying to go if we can run offenses off ball. If you look at that picture that we got after we saw the stream that 2K did and gave us a little bit of information on the game, they basically were looking at it and telling us they're trying to create new play styles. They're trying to give people a chance to have a creative way of playing the game and not just pick and roll and not just a 5-out offense. They're trying to give us some real variety.
One thing that this will definitely do is make, like I say, defense is probably one of the hardest things to do in any sport. Football, basketball, NHL, you feel me, hockey and shit, if you don't know what that is. With this, it'll add another layer to playing defense. So now you can really tell who's actually good at defense. So basically what I'm getting for this is, like, you have, I don't know, because you can have certain buttons that help you, because he's trying to get you in connected with the game. So, screens. Y'all let me know in the comments. Break it down for me, because the first time hearing it, if I think about it a little bit more, I'll definitely understand what he's talking about. But break it down for me in the comments if you get it right away. You know what I'm saying?
This year, hopefully that's what they're trying
to. Basically, he's trying to get the, and I actually like the idea, but I just need to actually break down a little bit. He's trying to get the game more in tune, like more like so. If you can tell a decent team. Yeah, I know they're trying to do, oh, you can play this play style, this play style, this play style. I'm cool with that. But one thing they definitely need to do is get that movement right. And I think, like I said, my solution is make L2, because in this game you can run straight into me and now you just stuck. So make it like an animation while I push them out the way or some little shit like that. And if I want to get on them, I got a whole L2, LT, just to stick defense on them and shit and get bumpy. If I want to get bumpy, it's the LT, the L2. But I want to know what he's talking about with the L1, L2 shit. That's what I want to know.
And I saw when we had that picture, like I was saying, there was a clipboard with X's and O's on it and running plays. So I think that they're trying to get us into a situation where we can run sets. They already have the ability and the capability to do it.
But you know what's crazy? A lot of niggas cannot run sets. In Pro-Am, they definitely can run sets because they know what they're doing in there. But a lot of niggas can't run sets. Straight random wreck, none of that shit. Park, it might be a little bit of plays, but not too much. But Pro-Am, and for sure, or Play Now for sure, that shit, you're gonna see a whole bunch of play styles. But actually, like, y'all fuck with it, you know what I'm saying?
Because we've seen the play art on the floor when we're playing Pro-Am, and we can obviously see it when we're playing in 5v5 in my career. You can add the play art to your game, and you can see what's going on the floor, and they show every step of the play for every single player. Now, if they're about to start doing that in Pro-Am, I think we're going to see some of the best Pro-Am that we've ever seen if that happens.
Yeah.
Because
I want
certain
to,
guys-
bro, I want to start playing Pro, but I don't have a 5. I don't like a legitimate, I can trust these niggas 5. I don't have that. If I do, and I might have it this year, I might get Deuce. If you're humble guy Deuce, might get him and his crew, might partake in that a little bit. You feel me? I got the people that I run with. I want to start playing Pro. I ain't gonna lie, and stage and all that shit. You feel me?
will not be pigeonholed into those offenses. They will be something greater.
Free.
They can actually put a playbook together, and you won't have to sit there and be like, "Well, we're gonna run a Fifi here, or we're gonna run just a regular old Kings here, or whatever the hell people are running and whatever they're calling. Everybody runs the same shit, but they call it different things. We can actually see people say, okay, we're going to press the RB button here, the point guard come up, and they call a play, and then they're able to actually run that play that is on the floor right there. Because right now, we can't do that. So we'll see if that can actually start happening.
We get gameplay next week.
And then we'll go into a different realm of virtual basketball gameplay. And that is the next step that I think 2K has to take, because this pick and roll BS is really getting old. It's really, really getting old. The only reason that I play pick and roll solely every single play down the floor with the point guard is because that's the most effective way to play right now. If you're playing against people that really know how to play the game, really know how to rotate, really know how to play defense, it's almost impossible to run anything else. As you see in all these clips, I have a pick set for me, and I'm just dancing behind the screen. And yeah, that's all well and good, but let's get away from that. Let's start to evolve the game, please. I really would love to see them evolve the game. So that is my stance on off-ball movement, and that is how I would fix it. Old people rant over.
I agree with that, because the game is getting stale. The game is 100% stale. The game is getting stale. So with adding a level of play to it, of what you can do, how you can do it, different plays you can run. One thing they're going to, when we see this gameplay next week, so I might probably draw this early. When we see that gameplay next week, we're going to see how everything is. I'm going to make a predictions off of that alone. Either it's going to be it's going to be a decent one. We taking from this gameplay, we're going to look like we taking a step in the right direction, or hopefully they get rid of bars too. But hopefully we're taking a step in the right direction when it comes to this gameplay that we finna see. If so, I think we in for a good year. Like he said, with actually being able to run plays and sets and trips, all that type of shit in the Pro-Am, and the freedom for play style. Hopefully when that builder come out, we see the gameplay first, but you know what I'm saying? When we see that builder, we can see what type of builds you run. Hopefully this year lineups actually matter and shit. But only time will tell. But let me know like the control scheme of what he talking about, because I'm still trying to get that down.